Hey, how's it going? It's Logan from Gap Games. Sorry it's been a while. I've been very busy here, and the last few weeks have not been easy for me as far as having recording time, but we're back today. I've got a special one here. The man, the myth, the legend himself, Jeff, from our locals, also known as Cactus. He was the Kylo pilot at the Richmond sector that got the showcase. He came in 21st place. He's one of our locals here. He was one of the folks that was on the trip that all of us went on from our locals, and great guy, great player. And here he's in the semifinals of our store showdown at one of our local stores, the Portal. He's playing against Tom, who we've had on the channel before on Quinlan, and let's get into this. So early game here, the first turn, Jeff played a Bo-Katan unit, and I think he just wants to get the Tarkintown out of the way, so you don't even have to worry about it for the rest of the game. And Tom does take him up on that, playing Sabine and pinging and then Tarkintowning. So now Jeff still has his Tarkintown, but Tom's is out of the way. And we see a bunch of units coming down here. Jeff with a Reckless Gunslinger and a Kylo's TIE Silencer, and Tom with a Cassian, and he had Sabine from the first turn still. So Tom's got a bit of a board advantage at the moment as far as the quality of units in play, but I can't stress enough how important not having Tarkintown now for the rest of the game is. Not having to even think about or worry about it is going to let Jeff navigate this game very differently, and he can definitely push damage much faster than Tom can just inherently. And if Tom ever leaves his defenses down, there's a good chance that Jeff can just pull ahead here. And we see a play of swinging the gunslinger into Cassian. It's pretty obvious setup here. He's going to Tarkintown this Cassian, I'm sure. He might wait until the end of the turn, just kind of stall actions, get in damage now. Or he might just do it right away. Who knows? No, he's gonna stall a little bit. So he's gonna get in with the TIE Silencer. And now I think he's probably just gonna wait and see what Tom does before he makes a final decision on this Tarkintown. But Cassian being a 3/5, he can just keep the ground arena pretty much clear, usually at least clear out 2 or 3 units himself. Here's a K2SO. That's one that a lot of Quinlan lists have been off of recently because of no glory only results. That card is such a blowout if you have a Cassian on the board. But here we go. This and aggression. Oh man. Aggression is such a filthy card, man. So he's going to do 4 damage to K2SO and ready his TIE Silencer. Tom is opting to go 3 damage to base with the K2SO, which is definitely smart. And here we see the Tarkintown. I think Tom's best shot here is trying to race him, and especially getting cards out of his hand isn't going to do a whole lot. If anything, it's actually going to hurt him more because of the Kylo being bigger than. So now Jeff has to take the control role. Kylo's only a 3/4, so he's going to take out Sabine instead. But now this is interesting. So Tom is ahead by 6 damage, but he has no units left. Jeff was able to very efficiently clear them out on the last turn there. So Tom's going to have a big turn to really gain his board presence back here. We see the Quinlan flip right off the bat. If Jeff doesn't have anything to do about this Quinlan right now, he might just have to get in with Kylo right away. Hard to say. I see he has another aggression in his hand. Could in theory go like 4 damage on Quinlan, draw a card or something, and then his Kylo at least trades with it. But I don't know. Mr. Bones. Okay. If Tom has something like a Plo Koon here, this is a massive blowout, but I'm assuming he doesn't. Yeah, he's going to take out the Kylo. So now this aggression can kill the Quinlan ready Mr. Bones. I see what he was going for here. So doing it in the order that he did actually is much smarter because now he has 6 damage readied on board right now. Tom's going to get this Ruthless Raider with the Sparks. That's really good because that would come down next turn. And Tom has a red 3. So Jeff right now has no cards in hand. It's a good thing Tom didn't play anything in the ground because Mr. Bones would have been able to do 3 damage with the on attack trigger with no cards in hand. But now, so Jeff is ahead on board. They're even on damage. Neither player has Tarkintown left or their leader flip left. So Jeff has to close this out quickly before Tom's top end stuff kind of takes over potentially here. But it looks like Tom might have skipped resourcing, or maybe he's still deciding. Not too sure here. Tom's build is definitely a little unorthodox, and there we go. He is going to resource. A lot of lists are not playing Red 3 or K2SO anymore, both of which are Rebels. So I guess Tom could be playing some Rebel synergy. And here we see Guerrilla Soldier. This card is really annoying. Jeff basically either has to allow it to ready or lose both of his units because he only has 3 total health in play. And that 3 indirect. So he's going to split it up, at least only take 2 to the base instead of all 3, putting 1 on the silencer. But Guerrilla Soldier is such a beating sometimes. It feels really bad. Not sure what Jeff's last card is here. Both units that he has in play trade with both units that Tom has in play. Let's see. Ooh, another Ruthless Raider. Okay. So he's going to go with the Raider first because he probably doesn't want to get hit with like a Force Throw or another Spark or something, just getting his last card. Or even Ahsoka. I guess he doesn't have enough resources for Ahsoka, but. And there, now Tom has to make this trade because if he doesn't, Mr. Bones will just kill the Guerrilla Soldier on attack. So now Jeff can just get 3 damage in on base and really just put Tom in a tough spot. Although Tom has a 2-drop, he can finish off the silencer. This definitely feels like one of those turns I always talk about where this could just be the deciding turn, whether the game ends, in the next 1 or 2 turns or a few turns later than that, doesn't really matter. This is the one where it either snowballs out of control or flips into someone's favor or whatever. And Tom is going to decide to trade here. So I think a waylay in his hand. He might just be trying to keep the board clear and hoping. No. He didn't waylay there? I think I see one in his hand. He had 3 resources. Jeff already claimed, so there's really no reason not to. I mean, I know you're giving him another on-play trigger, but you're not getting rid of that Ruthless Raider the regular way. What's the plan here for Tom? Because now Jeff just gets in 4, put him up to 22. And now this waylay becomes way more of a scary proposition. Oh, even better. He just gives it +2/+0. Although if he has the waylay now, actually, this could have been a huge blowout. Okay. So Jeff probably just didn't expect him to have this. If he expected him to have it, he probably would have just done it last turn. So now Jeff's just going to replay the Ruthless Raider. And the issue here for Tom is that, sure, you saved yourself a turn, but if he's not even going to play anything and just take initiative here, he has no damage in play. There's really no way that he can push in the last 10 that he needs before Jeff finishes him off. And yeah, he's just going to scoop it up here. So on to game 2. And in all fairness to Tom here, Jeff is the #1 Kylo player in the world. Nobody has placed higher than him at a tournament of any real size with this deck. So I think that makes him pretty much the best Kylo that there could be. And, that's tough to play against. But jokes aside, here we go. We're starting up game two. Tom is going to give Jeff the initiative as we kind of expect. And I don't know if Jeff has double one drops, for example. That's always a big weakness for most Quinlan lists. A lot of them aren't playing one drops at all. So you can just kind of get around the ping Tarkintown uh, line on turn one. But I don't think I saw any in Jeff's hand. I know I saw Migs and a couple other more expensive cards, I think, but I didn't see any one drops. You gonna pass? I think Jeff passed here, and Tom. I don't know if Tom can afford to get greedy and try and bait out a ping, so he's just gonna go right for the crafty. And if Jeff is passing, that definitely tells me he has no one drop, so he's probably gonna drop this Migs right now. Whether or not he wants to ping off the shield by discarding with Kylo is a good question. We'll see, because Tom takes initiative. If he doesn't take the shield off here, Crafty just gets a free kill on Mig. So I feel like he kind of has to if he's going this line. And yeah. So Tom's going to get a 2-for-1 right off the bat here with this Crafty getting the Migs and another card out of Jeff's hand. And I can say from experience playing against Jeff several times that you cannot let this Migs live. So Tom definitely needs to get rid of it with the Crafty. No trying to be cute with pinging and Tarkintowning. You just got to get it off the board. And he does do that. So here we have a reckless gunslinger from Jeff. I wonder if he just drew that. Tom did not ping his base. I think he just completely forgot that that's both players. And here we have a gorilla soldier. So he's going to get, oof. Yeah, no matter what, it was going to ready. So Jeff's not even going to bother putting a single point on the gunslinger. So this gorilla soldier is going to get in for 5 this turn, presumably, or it could even trade into something. Yeah, he's going to... I think this is the right move. Try and take out 2 units and get in 3 damage with this gorilla soldier in 1 turn is pretty good. And now the question here for Jeff, yeah, the Tarkintown. I wasn't sure if he was going to do it or not. I feel like you can't just let him kill your Mr. Bones too. And as bad as it feels to drop Tarkintown on essentially a 2/3 with 2 damage on it, I think you have to. But for most decks, this would look like a terrible spot to be in. But Kylo, this is the turn where he's going to be flipping. And he had an aggression that would have been really good, but Tom was able to Kira ahead of time. So Jeff is just going to ditch it instead. But here, this is going to be a huge turn, actually. He just ditches that aggression, empties his hand completely. So now Kylo is going to be a 5/4. Mr. Bones is going to be a 5/1. And on attack, Mr. Bones can do 3 damage to this Kira. And he's probably really bummed they had to burn his Tarkintown now, but I think it was necessary. So here's 5/10 damage this turn out of nowhere, where Tom was probably feeling pretty far ahead going into this, but it just turned around so quickly. This is the Quinlan flip turn, though. And if we have something like Plo Koon, Quinlan can ping the Mr. Bones and Plo Koon can kill the Kylo. Oh, nope. Open fire. All right. That works too. He just needs to clear as much as possible here. And now Jeff has 2 options, basically. He can either attack into base with the Mr. Bones and get around the chance of Kira killing him, or just play the card in his hand, which would kind of force Tom into trading his Kira into Mr. Bones, but he's just going to go for the damage. And here's Quinlan. Now Tom's got him up to 16 after this Von Reg's TIE Interceptor attack. So Tom's already at, what is it, nine health left on base. He's going to use this Quinlan attack here to take out the Mr. Bones. And here comes a Bo-Katan. So now 16 damage on base is actually really notable. So if he kills this Bo-Katan, he at least draws a card and a Gunslinger. All right. So now Tom remembers the damage. So he's up to 17. Jeff's up to 5. And he didn't have any cards left to play with the last two resources. So he must have claimed pretty early there. Probably going to take out the Bo-Katan if he doesn't have anything to play that can do it. Oh, okay. Yep. This Falcon play is actually really good. He can ambush into the TIE Interceptor and then use Quinlan to ping the Gunslinger right off the bat. But Jeff is still just pushing in every turn. 3 more damage. He's up to 20 now. Tom's hesitating what to do with this Kira. He could attack with Quinlan instead into the Bo-Katan. Kind of like waste an action and still kill Jeff's unit. But he's going to go 3 base. So notably now, he still definitely needs to kill this Bo-Katan if he wants to survive the next turn. But if Jeff plays anything else, he doesn't have Kira left to take anything out. And yeah, so now there's 2 units. Tom can only kill 1 right now. If he had taken out the Bo-Katan with Quinlan first, his Kira could have taken out the Benthic, and Jeff would have no board going into this next turn. But here's an Interceptor. Yeah, I mean, he's just spreading out the units at this point, and I think this might be too much. Like, sure, these units are all kind of mopey in a way, but he only needs to get a 1 or 2 of them through each turn to eventually close this game out. And Tom doesn't have enough pressure on board right now to push faster. We'll see what Tom does, though. He can kill any of these units that Jeff has in play right now. And if he has, I don't know, some kind of ambusher, maybe he can Quinlan ping, set up a Tarkintown, make it awkward for Jeff as much as possible. Because Tom hasn't even used his Tarkintown. There hasn't even been an opportunity yet this game with how things have played out. And here's a Plo Koon. Yeah, he's kind of doing just that. And interesting, Jeff is actually going to get into 3 instead, even though the Tarkintown could take out this antagonizer. He would just rather get the extra point. And that makes a lot more sense. So the Ruthless Raider for the last 2 points, that's why he wanted to hit for 3. That's exactly 25. Yeah, so good games to Jeff. They don't call him the best Kylo player in the world for nothing. And he's moving on to the finals here. And the next video I have will be myself on Han Green versus Jeff here in the finals of our showdown. So that'll be the next video coming to you. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you next time.